Are you? Don't come out. You're not coming out unclothed, are you? Okay, well, hurry up. Go. Okay. Hey, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday night. FriYay. How is everybody tonight? Hope y'all are doing well on this Friday evening. Yes, you get to see my messy desk. How's everybody? We are live tonight on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube, and over here on TikTok. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hoping everybody's doing great tonight. Hey Starlight. Hey Getcha. Just welcome everyone. Hello. This can occur. This can occur if the MT server order stream is incorrect. We'll try and let you know if it's resolved. Well, we may not be doing the Rumble yet. I'm still trying to figure out Rumble. I don't know why it won't. It's also not connecting to my Facebook page, and I'm not sure why it's doing that.
Come on, Bob.
He already went up, I think.
Quiet.
Let's see if it'll go out to Facebook. We'll see. Hey, guys. All right. Sarah's here. We're good. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Hey, you're in the box. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Oh, there you
yes,
go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, great. All right, guys, I just sent Fancy a heart me. If you could, guys, it only costs 1 cent. Send her a heart me. It helps with the algorithm and helps build her team. So those little heart me icons, they mean a lot.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining us on Friday night. You are watching the Good Wives Network here with me and Sarah. So tonight is our weekly Dipsy Dump because I refuse to talk about this woman every single day. I know that's what she wants because she does something every single day for people to talk about her. And,
this has been a big week for her. This has been a big week for old Dipsy.
It really has.
We've got a guest that's wanting to come up into the box. If they're still there.
I don't know who that is. I'm not really ready to take guests on yet.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Heno.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. So welcome. Like I said, it's our Friday night Dipsy Dump. We're going to be covering her book again, even though I did talk about that earlier this week. I was absolutely...
Yes. We did a 4.5-hour live on that. I did not realize it was that long. I just watched it last night.
Well, we didn't talk about just exclusively the book, though.
No, we talked about lots of
we talked about a lot of different things.
And
it's
just so you guys know, like Queen Elizabeth, she's got a question about Dee Dee, but I actually approved that comment, but Fancy has set up specific parameters in the live.
I didn't. The mods must have because I didn't do it.
Happens to come up. Okay.
Oh my goodness! My God!
So
Thank you.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't set the words. Somebody else must have. I think the mods must have put the words in there because I didn't, or TikTok did it itself. I don't freaking know. But I keep seeing where we have to approve certain comments, and I don't even know why. So.
It's just because one of the words they used was put into the parameters. So I'm sorry, guys. This week, I know some people.
I don't even know what the words are.
I don't know. I don't even know what the words were. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it, guys.
Yes, really Beauty Skincare Fanatic.
Amy.
I do think he gives off those vibes.
You know what? I'm going to say right now, Queen Elizabeth, no. That is not a fact.
What is the question?
Dee Dee had restraints and or marks on her wrists.
No, I didn't see. No, I did not see those on there. I know that the Gypsy supposedly pre-cut the duct tape for him, but I do not. It was not used. She did not have anything around her. Yeah, so no.
There was no cuffs. There was no tying her up or anything like that.
Brittany, I just don't pay attention to what was put in there. Okay, there's not a setup. I'm not a big TikToker, and if so TikTok put your words out there, I don't know. And if the mods put some words in there that they're concerned about, that's on them. I don't have anything to do with any of that. I pay no attention to any of those things because I just don't even run TikTok all that well. So.
And guys, I want to ask you too to remember we are trying to build up the Good Wives Net 2 TikTok page.
Right.
And that will be for the Good Wives Net, so we can this is Fancy's personal page, and you can reach her there, or you can reach me at SadieBeth1. But we really want to build up the network page so she can have her own little page, so she can have her freedom.
Yeah. All right. So where do we want to start?
So I want to know how everybody's week was. Did everybody have a good week? How's the beginning of May treating you? I can't believe we're already into the first week of May.
I know. It's gonna be May.
And it's Derby. We had Thursday Derby with races. Then today we have the Oaks, and then tomorrow is the Derby.
Then she deleted her comment, Queen Elizabeth. Of course she did. She loves to dirty delete.
Yeah. What was it that she said what was the comment she deleted to you?
She told Queen Elizabeth that while we all hate her, she's over there making money while we comment and heart her.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. Just like I just approved Brittany's comment. I really want to know how Gypsy gets to travel all over being on paper. We would love to know the same thing.
Good. I would love to know.
I've known people that were on parole that had to spend weeks just to get approval to go to a doctor's appointment, only because it was in a different county.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, the fake gator. Do you know what?
Yeah, it's on YouTube right now, Yesenia. It's actually broadcasting to YouTube right now, and it's on I think the reason it won't broadcast, if somebody is on my team here, can you guys share the broadcast out to the Good Wives page on Facebook? Because apparently it'll broadcast to my personal page still, but we still can't get a third party to broadcast to our page. So obviously that still has something to do with the dumb bans that they put on my page for whatever.
Oh, are you having the same issue that you have with StreamYard?
Yeah, that's what I'm having still with StreamYard. It will not go. It'll stream it to my personal Facebook page, but it will not stream to the Good Wives Network like it used to. It keeps telling me that it's disconnected.
That's crazy.
Yep, and then it connects it, and then the second I hit live, it disconnects it again. And I connect it again, it disconnects it again. So it has to be from the sanctions that they got to put on my freaking Facebook, because, there's some things that I can't even do for a whole year. I can't even invite anybody to my page for an entire freaking year because of those people. Those people. Not even Gypsy herself, not Christy herself, the people. These freaking people kill me. I don't know how anybody is still supporting this family, these people. I just don't understand. No way at all. I after everything she's done since she's gotten out of prison, I just can't for the life of me figure it out.
Well, they're still doing their yes, queen.
Slay. And now she's got this whole thing she did in LA where they threw her a whole freaking interview party, freaking bullshit. You're a freaking schmurderer. Knock your shit off. I'm so sick of mainstream media glorifying her. It's so upsetting. It's unbelievable. We are glorifying a murderer and her con artist family, and it's really pissing me off. You know,
I'm reading the comments people are making about the fact that she had to get on Ryan's post and say something, and I'm not, everybody keeps saying, oh, that's a violation of the TRO, but I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know if it is or not. Yeah, because it's not a real restraining order.
Right. I thought it was more of a financial.
It is, but I do think they're not supposed to have contact. I don't think they're supposed to have contact until their first hearing.
Right, which is May 23rd, by the way. And guys, I'll just tell you right now, nothing's going to happen that day.
No, nothing's going to happen that day. That's going to be just the entering of it and the ruling of, okay, you've got 180 days or whatever. Yeah.
And that's about it. It'll be about 5 minutes.
Of the order, once it goes in that day, I can, because we already have the filing that they put, the paperwork that she filed. We already posted that. That's the one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same pattern of her not being able to leave her exes alone. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, she was so obsessed with Dan, she finagled another man to unalive her mama for her because she still thought she was going to go get to be with Dan. Yeah. That's the whole reason. No, it's not a protective order. No. Yeah.
I mean,
hey guys,
people have saying that they're writing into her probation officer with the screenshots showing she's violating this restraining order. And you know what? If they want to do that, that's great. I mean, I think every little thing helps. But I just want people to know that it's not a regular restraining order.
No, it's not. It's not a regular restraining order. I mean, she's going to slip up and say something eventually. I think I mean, I've called it. I told Christy she'd end up back in jail. The interview we did with the Greene County jailer, she straight up said she gives her 6 months. You know, we're coming up on that. And we have seen so much in the 4 whole months that she's been out. I mean, this girl can't stop. And neither can Christy. They cannot stop. They want to be in the spotlight every day. I mean, it's to a point where if she goes to the potty, she's sending a freaking picture of her potty to the freaking TMZ and being like, I pottied today.
You know who else is really going on this is Melissa Moore.
I'm so disappointed in her. Just beyond disappointed in her. Look, I have dealt with her on 2 different occasions. I have friends that are very close with her that I just can't understand. And I don't have a lot of respect for her after the 2 dealings I had with her. She tried to screw me over both times. She tried to tell me, you know, she tried to make sure that she was promoting the Blanchards' lies. She knows that the Blanchards are lying. She straight up knows it. I straight up told her all of that. She knows, she didn't care. And well, she wanted my side of the story. Yes, you could change it so you could float the narrative out there and make me look like a crazy person. Oh, no, thank you, Miss Melissa. No, thank you. I cannot believe she's sitting up there on a freaking stage with Gypsy Rose, the murderer, talking about refrigerators and fucking tubs. Showers. I'm so sorry. Because, you know, if you've only taken a bath your whole life, you don't know how showers work at all because they don't work the same. This article has got me in fits. This article that came out in People today.
That's because that's why I sent it to you before the live.
So let's start here. This is where we're going to start.
Cece, she has 2 probation officers, one in Missouri and one in Louisiana. And hell yes, do I think they're paying off the one in Louisiana, in my opinion. Allegedly,
everything that we say tonight is for information and educational purposes only, allegedly, in our opinions, and do not reflect the opinions of the Good Wife Network. It is only the host's opinions and the host's opinions only.
She lives on the coast. Yeah, she's been to a beach before.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Come on now. Really? Seriously?
I've read so many articles and I was trying to get everything kind of put together as in what has happened this week, because we began the week with you being just completely outraged by the excerpt
from the book. I'm still livid over it. I'm livid about the book in all ways, shape, or form. We're talking about Gypsy Rose. It's our Dipsy Dump Friday. So, you know, the book sent me in fits because it's such just blatant trash and a lie. And whether you want to take it, you know, literally or metaphorically, yeah. I'm sorry. No, you didn't just stand up the third time. Oh, get out of here.
Yes, Marianne, she has another book. Yes. It's
called My Time to Stand. Your time to stand was any freaking time in 23 fucking years, bitch. That's your time to stand. And yeah, I called her a bitch and I don't care. I'm done playing nice with her. I'm done pretending that I can be objective about her. No, I can't be objective about her. There is no objectivity about her. She's a freaking schmurderer. She's a liar. She's a con artist. And she's a horrible, awful fucking human being. And so is her family. All of them. All of them? All of them. And anyone who associates with them. Because you've got people over here, you know, I wrote a letter today about this to the mainstream media, to somebody that I know. And I said, oh, thank you so much. We're halfway there to our goal already. My goodness, we just started. I mentioned that, you know, the same people who allege that she tried to unalive their mom and they're not even family members who she was staying with are the same people that several years later helped her get her habitat house. If you cannot see the writing on the wall that this area of this specific state, in this specific little place, cut off Louisiana, something is going on that's wrong down there, dude, then you don't even know you have a nose on your face. Because it's un-effing believable. And the more and more I learn as she's come out, the more and more she thinks, she says, that helps her. It does not help her. Thank you, Francher, so much. But the more and more I hear, the more and more people come out and say things about her and oh, I'm her friend and I literally am watching it just crumble apart and going, all right, mainstream, when are you going to catch up? Are you ever going to hold her accountable for anything? Are you ever going to ask her one fucking tough question? Are you ever going to tell the truthful story? Because clearly you don't want to. Clearly. And Melissa Moore is on my absolute 100% shit list. She's horrible.
She's like talking.
It's my fault. Yeah, it's your fault. Exactly.
I mean, just the way that she was talking about her in that article, like, I was like, this is pushing me over the edge. Fancy's going to lose it.
I'm just infuriated. So let's read this article that really set me off tonight, because it is why I am hot right now, you know, and just on top of that, I'm just tired of the nonsense from all of these people. Oh, she's here watching. Well, good for her. She always watches everything I do. They all do. They watch everything I do. So, oh, Gypsy, Rose Blanchard. With the check mark even. Oh, well, I'll approve you, honey. Let's do it. With the check mark even. You want me to approve your comment? I'm obsessed. Yeah. I'm obsessed. No, honey, what I'm obsessed with is the truth, which you've never told once in your entire life. What I'm obsessed with is the fact that you unalived your mama because you wanted dick. You want to tell me more about how I'm obsessed, honey? Let's go. Apparently, guys, Gypsy Rose has decided to grace us with her presence over here on TikTok. You want to come up in the box?
That would be great.
You want to come up in the box? You're welcome to come up in the box.
Come get in the box.
Come bring it in the box.
Talk to us.
Let's do it. I have lots of questions for you. Oh, did you come in to violate me for harassment, honey? Oh, too bad. So sorry. How's California? You having a good time in your fat ass, big pink ass dress? Yeah, you do look fat in it. Just so you know. You asked. Do you look fat in it? You look like a slut in it. That's what you look like. Yep. You look ridiculous.
How about this? Gypsy, come up into the box. Fancy won't ask you anything, but I will. Allow me to ask you one question.
She is a chicken. You're right, guys. She's a chicken. A chicken that couldn't even unalive her mama by her damn self. If you wanted to do it, girl, why didn't you just do it? We all know you tried.
Yes, she came in here. I may or may not have sent an invite.
Ooh! Girl, you got nerve coming up in here.
Calling us obsessed? Really? We got you just like one day.
Look, hey, you know what? I said it to your friend, Dawn Brown, and I'll say it again. For every day that you stand out here lying about your bullshit, I'm going to be standing next to you going, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a fucking schmurderer, and she has a chromosome disorder called 1q21.1, and she's lied to all of you.
Gypsy, I won't say anything mean to you.
I don't care if it's not the nicest thing to say. I got lots of things not nice to say.
I just want to ask you a question. Come on. I'm going to be as nice can be. We don't know each other. Come on in. I mean, you already said we're obsessed. We're not.
No, she's not an abused soul. She was never abused. Go to hell. No, she's not going to come up because she's a coward. Just like she took the coward's way out with her mama, and she took the coward's way out with Ryan. Well, I hate to tell you this, sweetheart, you're not going to get rid of me. I don't go away. I'm not going to leave you alone. And I'm not just obsessed with you. You know, to be honest with you, I wish I never had to say your name ever again in my entire freaking life. But you know what? The world needs the truth. The world needs the truth. And since nobody else has been able to upset me in any way, shape, or form over the last month and a half since I found peace in all of this, from your bullshit that you have put me through and the death threats that you sent to me. Thank you. You had to come up in my live and be fucking ridiculous and then run away when you couldn't handle it. Damn.
No, I was gonna be very objective. I just had one question to ask her.
Why don't you ask her?
I would like to know, for myself and for my own sanity and peace of mind, and for my own credibility.
Oh, I know I'm not saying very nice things.
Well, I don't want Wyatt to hear.
Oh, great. I just got kicked.
Because of it?
Yep. I just got kicked. Yep. Fucking little bitch. I fucking hate that cunt. Oh, God. Go on. It's going down. You can go live and join a live as a guest starting from May 4th. Hi, you're going to have to join me over on YouTube and everywhere else. I'm banned from TikTok till May 4th from going live.
24 hours?
Yeah, for 24 hours.
For what?
I guess because I bullied Gypsy Rose Blanchard when she had the audacity to walk in on my fucking live. So if you'd like to join me, you can come over to StreamYard.
Okay, so I need to come over. How do
can you
need to send me an invite?
Yeah, can you make a post? I'm so mad. hold on. Let me do I'll just come over to TikTok or just come over to YouTube and I'll send you a freaking. Why are there two me's? Oh, okay. I'll send you an invite. Just come.
Yeah, you have to send me an invite before I can come up in there.
Okay, I'll send you one now. Hold on. Hang on, guys. Hey, guys. It's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network. And if you don't know, I was just kicked off. Oh, why didn't it go? Hey, guys. It's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network. And yes, I was just kicked off of YouTube of TikTok because Gypsy Rose came into my live and started trash. So if you would like to continue to have this conversation, please join me either on YouTube, Facebook, on my personal profile, or our Twitch. Have a good one from the Good Wives. Dishing up true crime one dish at a time. I'm live over there. Unbelievable. Why didn't it record it? Oh, for Christ's sake. Why didn't it record it? Oh, man, this is making me so mad, guys. I'm so sorry. Hey, guys, I'm Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network. And yes, I just got a 24-hour ban because Gypsy Rose Blanchard came into my live and decided to start harassing me. And because I responded, she got me kicked for 24 hours. I am still live over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Please join us there. Have a good one. Okay.
Gen X is.
My Lord, this stupid girl. Just a second. I'm sorry, guys. And yes, I got worked up and I lost my cool. I shouldn't have, and that's fine. But man, she just, Hang on, Sarah. I'm about to send you the invite. All right, I sent it to you, Sarah, so hopefully you'll be in here soon. My Twitch is Good Wives Net. Yeah. Yeah. No, she didn't say you guys are obsessed. She said I'm obsessed. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. She is a bully. Hello, Starlight. She is a bully. You're right. She is a bully. Oh, who dat? That's not going to happen anytime soon. That girl don't have a humble bone in her body. You know, if anyone's obsessed, I would say that she's obsessed with me, considering that she had to follow me into my own live tonight.
You know what's kind of iconic? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You know what's iconic here about this whole thing?
No.
Is she's out in fucking California on this beautiful, she'd be enjoying this beautiful day, doing touristy stuff, laying out on the beach, laying out by the pool, swimming in the ocean, doing 1,000,001 fun things. But what does she do? She comes into your live and makes a comment about how you're obsessed with her. How fucking fantastic was that?
The audacity this bitch has. Let me tell you, try to pull that shit over here, honey. It ain't going to work for you. Okay? YouTube already ran your ass off with your buttercup comments. Okay? It ain't going to play that way over here. And I don't care how many freaking TikToks you get banned, buttercup. I'm going to keep coming back. You're not going to run me off. You're not going to shut me up. And I'm not going to leave you alone. Because the world needs to know exactly who you are. The world needs to know that you're a liar, a murderer, and a con artist, and that you use people like a fucking Black Widow. That's what you are.
You know what's crazy is
on the face
like, I hate it though that like we know that she got the outcome she wanted.
Oh, I know. She got me off my rocker. You know what? I don't care. I really don't care. Call me unhinged, call me obsessed, say all the nasty, crazy, horrible things you want to say about me. Guess what? I still didn't unalive anyone.
I can't believe that she was able to get you blocked for 24 hours.
Well, I did call her a bitch.
Well,
but she's
it's probably because you probably got, you know what? You probably got blocked for 24 hours because you said the word fat.
Probably.
That's
yes, because I
probably
fat
what it
shamed her in
was.
her pink dress. Well, don't ask people if you look fat in your pink dress if you don't want to know if you look fat in your pink dress. Just saying. Yes, you looked fat in your pink dress. You look slutty in your pink dress.
Now, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about the Derby party tomorrow? We're going to have to rent it off of my account?
Yeah, now we can't even do it because Gypsy Rose, you know, the rose that keeps on giving smells like shit. Shit rose.
Oh, and you were just getting ready to read the article I sent you.
I'm going to go ahead and continue to read the article. We're not going to let that stupid piece of amoeba shit on a fucking boil of humanity fucking get the rest of me tonight. No, thank you, you stupid little snotty little brat. No, I'm so sorry. I guess she just wasn't having enough attention in freaking Hollywood this weekend that she needed to come bother little old me here in Kentucky.
That's the great part. That's the part that makes me just...
I bothered you that much. I live that rent-free in her head, guys, that she took time out of her week in California where she's never been and never been on the sand. I've never seen the ocean. Oh, really? You didn't see the ocean? You've never been to an ocean? Really? Because you weren't on a billionaire's boat twice in the middle of the ocean? You've never seen the ocean. Are you shitting me? You went to Florida more times than half the fucking annual pass holders. You're telling me you and Mama never went to freaking the beach? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry, but there's...
Lying liar.
What about the beaches in Louisiana?
Oh. Yes, exactly. I'm not you know what? Thank you. I'm not unhinged. Fancy isn't a hinge. Fancy's a force to be actually reckoned with. Gypsy is a master manipulator, and she's working what she does best because Fancy has the paperwork. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Yep, that's actually it. That's the truth. And I don't give a shit what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. I was just yelling at Sarah about this tonight, and you know, we got into a little argument about it because she was telling me about somebody who she thinks is, you know, a person who runs around and plays both sides of the fence. And I literally got very angry with her tonight. And I told her that I just didn't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care who watches who. I don't care who talks about who. I don't care what they have to say about me. I don't care what they think that they know about my life. I don't care about any of those things. To be honest with you, I don't watch any of them. I don't even know who any of them are anymore. Like, serious to God.
I just don't want to see my friends get hurt.
But I'm not going to be hurt because when I'm impervious to being hurt at this point, that's where we're at. I'm peace. Dude, the peace that I found.
You are like the exact opposite of peace.
You don't understand. Peace for me
you're
is
like,
not your peace, Sarah.
You're like, bitch, I'm
like you.
You're like, fuck you, bitch, I'm at peace.
I am at peace. I am at peace. This is about as peaceful as I fucking get. You know, she is a cockroach. Exactly. Look, I am a high-strung, high-energy, very I'm a race car in the red, and you shouldn't have a race car in the red, but I'm always in the red. So you shouldn't piss me off when I'm in the red. That's for sure. I'm spicy. But you know what? I told you, discovering the chromosome disorder, finally having the actual answers that I have been looking for 8 fucking years with this, I have now, I'm not going to be rattled like that. I don't care what anyone says about me. You know, I don't care what they say about my miscarriage from 30 years ago. I don't care what they say about my IMDb credits that are truthful and honest, and you guys fucked around with it for no fucking reason. I don't care what you say about my friends. I don't care what you say, or what you say about Colleen and what her analysis of this disorder is, because it's 100% spot on. So fuck you all. That's it. Fuck a fuck a fuck, fuck a fuck you all. Fuck all of you.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm not naming any names, but if I had something tragic happen to me and somebody came into my live and they talked about it and got me all tore up about it and acted like they cared, and then turned right around 5 minutes later and went on to the person's live that hurt me and made fun of me about that 3 hours they just spent milking me, I would have a problem.
I understand that.
And I would hope you would have my back and be like, hey,
absolutely
no.
have your back. But what I'm telling you is I don't need you to have my back anymore, because I don't give a shit what they say about me. That's the thing. When you become impervious to their bullshit, then it no longer has any control over you. I'm not going to allow any of them, to have control over my life anymore. I'm not going to allow them to get upset and run around and do all of this and get me upset. No, thank you. You know what? It does not matter. So I'm not going to, I don't care. If you do something specific and I catch it and I block you, you earned that shit. If I let you back in, then that was my choice, and I get what I get for that, right? Okay, I've obviously gotten that several times, but I'm not the same person I was when I walked up into TikTok in January. I am a different person.
If somebody ever comes to me and pretends to be my friend and then goes and blabs 5 minutes later on a live to everything that we talked about, and you saw it, I would hope you would have my back.
I absolutely would have your back, and
that's all I was saying earlier, was I had your back, and I just didn't think it was very kind.
It's not kind. What they do is not kind, and it's okay. Yeah. But you know what, Aaron, you're right. I bet Gypsy is threatened by the truth Fancy has against Gypsy, because she knows if Nick gets a new trial, the whole truth be told, because Gypsy did have a part in the unaliving of her mom. In my opinion, yeah, I believe that. I fully believe that she had much more of a part in the unaliving of her mother. And what's really funny is, I've been playing rather nice lately. I don't talk about these people. I don't gossip about the people that run around and talk about me. I don't do any of those things. And I've been trying to stick to more of the facts with her instead of just my opinions on her, but she makes it so god awful fucking hard, because she can't stay off the internet for 5 fucking seconds, despite what she says her parole officer told her to do. I don't believe that her parole officer told her a damn thing. I don't think the parole officer is doing anything. I think the parole officer is being paid off. Let's be honest.
Right. And in the article that I sent you that we're getting ready to read, actually she contradicts herself about that.
Oh, well, I mean, we're working on that right now. Every contradiction that she's ever told ever is going to be displayed for every single one of you. Piece by piece, documentary by documentary, laid out story by story. We are going to put that together. That is something the team is working on right now. Because you know what? It's the way that we're going to prevail, with their own words in their own bullshit. Because these people tell on themselves every fucking time they open their mouths. If they're not lying, they're telling on themselves. And then they're lying about how they're telling on themselves. And then they're lying while telling on themselves. I mean, it's just an insanity. But,
it's maddening. It's maddening.
So, we were about to get into the piece of this article when she decided she needed to come into our freaking live. Just give me a fucking moment on that.
Yeah, take a breath. Try to get yourself centered.
I acted improperly. I reacted poorly because the audacity to do this, the audacity to come up in there and then to say that I'm obsessed with you, when what I am doing is trying to tell the world the truth about you. That's what I'm obsessed with. I'm not obsessed with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Honest to God, if she would just go the fuck away, all of our lives would improve. Serious to God. TMZ, just stop following her. People, stop reporting on her. And she will have nothing left. She will have nothing left. But mainstream media is never going to do that. And so you have an option of me or Natasha. And that's about it for truthful reporting.
Ooh, and speaking of that, y'all, go give Natasha some props, because she's going at it right now with Bree, and I hope she cuts her off at the knees, man. She just
annihilates her.
Yeah, I do too.
She annihilates her.
Because
let me tell you,
Bree,
I'm only one who went up against Natasha, who didn't cower, who didn't back the fuck down, and didn't freaking let her push me the fuck around. I just didn't let her do it. I wasn't going to let her do it. And you know what? I still won't let her do it. And when I say the only options for truthful reporting on this freaking case is me and Natasha, I don't take that fucking lightly. It's fucking hard to say. It tastes like shit coming out my mouth. Okay? For those of you that want to run around and ask questions about that, Brandy, how I can sit up in here and be friendly with Natasha. Well, I'd like to know, is it the same way that you could sit up in there and be friendly with Natasha? Because you tried it once too. You didn't like it because she didn't want to play with you, because you'll just always be Brandy butthole lips to her. That's just who you are. You're Brandy shit lips to her, and you'll never be anyone else. And you know what? You'll never be anyone else ever, honey. I'm going to get real mean tonight. Y'all pissed me off tonight. So today I'm going to choose violence. So tomorrow I can have peace. Because I want peace tomorrow. Because I'm going to have
I don't know what Bree's been on, but she's been running these lives for over 24 hours, and like her face is peeling off, and people are, making accusations.
Put the pipe down.
But
take an Ambien and go to bed.
But she said in the past that she was addicted to Adderall. I mean, she put that out today. That she used to be.
Go. Addicts of a feather flock together. Oh my God! Can any of these people? Oh, Jesus. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying
guys.
You can't get Ambien. I'm not criticizing those that have. My mother had a horrible addiction to pain pills, because that's what they freaking, they gave my in the 80s, big ass prescription bottles, So I'm
not. You took the words out of my mouth, Mary. I am not a fan of Nina anymore. She flip-flops and gets on whatever the side for views and clicks. Yeah, she's a clout chaser. But she put out a post today, too, that Gypsy is now trying to say that she never messaged her back in March. And Nina's got the receipts. And Gypsy is arguing with her about it.
Oh, she used to go work at a daycare on X? Wow. I mean, I don't have proof of that, but if that's true, just wow. Okay, so let me clear up Natasha, because I did want to address this week, because it was brought up by certain people about how they can't believe that I'm over here justifying Natasha and cuddling up to her and everything after everything she's done. Well, first of all, Brandy, none of that was done to you because of you. All of that was done to you because you chose to fight on my behalf when I told you not to over and over again. And you put yourself in all of it. In fact, you, Brandy, came to me in the height of the drama and wanted in. That's the whole thing you wanted. You wanted it all. You wanted all the drama all the time. You didn't want to come to YouTube because you didn't want to leave the drama. You didn't want this. You didn't want that. You all these different things. And then you, long before I ever thought of speaking to Natasha, tried to friend her and be friendly with her. In fact, I asked you about it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I can't believe you. Well, this person threatened her life, and so I just had to be on her side about that. So I see it's okay for you to make that choice, but it's not okay for me to make that choice when Natasha is over here defending my ass about a miscarriage from 30 years ago that you all just think it's funny to talk about. All of you, Christy, Brandy, Kendall, Bree, Ryan, Nina, all of you. You all talked about it. Y'all made jokes about it. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. Nothing you all have done is appropriate. You all are disgusting human beings. And I've just about done had it with y'all. But let me explain something to you. I went to Natasha because she was defending me on a very serious woman issue. Not just my issue. An issue for all women. And when I did so, I popped into her lives to see what she was like, because I sure as shit changed in the last 5 years. I have a grandson. She has a grandchild. They are the same age. We both chilled out about 3 years ago. Does it mean that I don't think that she's a scammer? No. I don't think that I don't know what to think anymore. Do I think she scammed people at one point in time? Yes. Do I think she's currently scamming people by having her Cash App up and all of that? No, that'd be hypocritical of me. That would be absolutely 100% hypocritical of me. I have a Patreon. She has a Patreon. Well, she has a Patreon because I got a Patreon. Everyone has literally, for 8 years, just copied the shit out of me. Everything I did, they did. Including opening their own company and their own production company that puts out bullshit crap. Okay? Seriously. These people are the people obsessed with me. They're obsessed with me. Natasha is not obsessed with me. Natasha could give a shit less. And you know what? She is truthful about this case as far as I have seen her reporting on it currently. If she lies, I will be sure to call out that lie. That's where I'm at with it.
What are you
The best
talking
friend-
about,
No.
King Ink? What?
No. Don't even answer. Don't answer. Ban
Okay.
user. No.
Have we got some mods in here that can?
It's okay. It's okay. I got it.
Okay. I
I'm all
need.
good. What they're talking about is that Christina in our in our podcast, Christina said that she knew a girl who did that, who would go around every boyfriend she had, she'd make up a fucking story, and then as soon as they broke up with her, she'd freaking claim miscarriage. She said there was a girl like that because we were talking about the fact that when she was telling Nick about a baby that didn't exist, we started saying that that's a freaking bobbity blah 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 blah. And Christina is the one who said that. We were not making fun of a girl who had a miscarriage. She was complaining about a friend of hers, an actual person. She literally knew that in high school went around doing that. That's what that whole thing is about. No one's making fun of anyone else. No one's making fun of miscarriages. We're not doing that. And you all can go on with your bad selves about that bullshit. I'm not even going to.
The only person that got made fun of about a miscarriage was Fancy. Ryan made fun of Fancy. Not once, but twice.
Right. Every effing day, these people fuck with me for no reason whatsoever. I don't talk about them. I don't want to think about them. I don't want to have conversations about them. I've even told my fucking team to stop sending me anything about any of them. Now, am I best friends with Natasha Cooper? No. But if she's telling the truth about this case, then she's the only other one. Because we're the only two that know what we know. And she hasn't got half of my information. So, hope that answers the questions about Natasha Cooper. I don't want to talk about the others anymore. Let's read this article, shall we?
Yes, it was the most ridiculous one. I've read tons, guys, because listen, I was trying to get us prepared for the FriYay Dipsy Dump live, right? Because we're working on merchandise, we're working on the book, we're working on all these other awesome new cases, and we're also, working on the Derby live event for tomorrow. And so Fancy just said, there's been so much stuff going on. Let's just keep all the Gypsy stuff and save it for Friday. So that's what we're doing. So today is the first one. So I've been looking up things all week to try to keep together kind of a plan, like a time span here of what's been going on since the start of the week till today. And we started off the beginning of the week with the book excerpt, which was ridiculous. And then now it is evolved on to the nose job and and the stuff with Ryan and the stuff with Ken, and now how she's out in California and all this other stuff. So I've been reading all these articles, but I found this one and it was just so it infuriated me so badly, and it's just so gross. And I would send it to Fancy about a half an hour before we were supposed to go live, and I said, you've got to read this one, because it really sets the tone for the narrative that Melissa Moore and Christy and Gypsy are trying to spin.
Yeah, it does. And I see that picture of Melissa Moore and her on that stage laughing
On the panel,
off.
Lifetime panel.
Yes, and it just pissed me off because you're sitting there. You are the daughter of a serial killer. That's your whole big claim to freaking fame. And a fucking murderer sitting next to you, laughing it up about refrigerators and social media and all of this shit. And it's just
ice makers and showers.
Ice makers and showers. That's what we're talking about. That's what Lifetime thinks is newsworthy. Apparently, so does People Magazine and TMZ. I think that mainstream media is a fucking joke. I think that they are disgusting and they are continuing to tell a lie. Knowingly tell a lie.
Right. They're up on a panel, guys. They are sitting up on a panel, a discussion panel, discussing the Lifetime confessions,
Right.
and they're taking questions from the audience and from other, journalists and stuff. And it's just nauseating.
Yeah, see, I like this one. Yeah, she wanted to go meet Joey King while she's out there. She's hoping she gets to meet Joey King. That's really funny because the only things you had to say about Joey King was shit before.
Right. Until January. They Instagram message back and forth in January.
Yep, exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so here we go.
And yeah, and you know what? That was a great comment. Justice for Nick. Justice for Nick. Let's not forget that.
She's doing all this to shut me down. But the person that she's really got to be worried about is him. Because when he finally talks, I've already blown apart your abuse story, okay? I've blown the shit out of that. There is no more abuse story for you. I don't care what People Magazine has to say or all. They're going to have to print retractions eventually when this becomes public knowledge, and it will, okay? But Nicholas is going to clue us in onto what happened that night. I'm hoping, if he will do it. You know, I'm hoping that he is so finally disillusioned with her that he'll tell the truth of what really happened.
I read his motion that was filed with the Supreme Court.
Right.
And it's not very long. It's about 4 pages.
Thank you, Savage. I appreciate that. I'm the only one standing 10 toes down screaming, fuck the free world.
I'm telling you what, right now, if I was out in California, I wouldn't be messing with you on your live.
At 8 o'clock at night. So it's 8. So it started at 8 o'clock at night. She came in. Do you know it's 5 o'clock there? It's 5 o'clock where she is, and she couldn't find something better to be doing at 5 o'clock in the afternoon in California. You're in LA. Are you serious? Are you serious? You made a big deal about sightseeing and all that shit. Or did your parole officer tell you had to be in by a certain time? Is that what happened? Maybe.
Doubtful.
No, honey, it would have been 5. They're 3 hours behind me. So at 8, it would have been 5 there in California. 6.
Right. It would have been, 7 my time and then 5 her time.
Right. Okay, well, let's read this article, not letting her disrail the whole fucking bullshit, because that's what she wanted to do tonight. All right. Lesson she learned. Okay, hold on. Let me pop it up here. No. Add to stage. Okay, there we go. All right. Gypsy Rose Blanchard reveals biggest lesson she learned since prison release. Take your time. Blanchard was released from prison in December 2023 after serving 8 years of her 10-year sentence. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is experiencing many things for the first time following her release from prison 4 months ago, but she's not experiencing telling the truth for the first time, because she's certainly not doing that. While speaking about her prison confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard documentary series on the An Evening with Lifetime Conversations on Controversies FYC event panel on Wednesday, May 1st, Blanchard, 32, discussed the biggest lesson that she's learned during this major life transition. Wait a minute. Excuse me? So this isn't even just like a thing for her fucking show. This is something that they were doing controversies. Were there other controversial things discussed at this thing?
I thought the way I took it was this was a panel discussion that was hosted by Lifetime that was discussing other shows as well.
Oh, wow. That makes me even more fucking pissed off about it.
Right, because it makes it an international panel. And they do, Entertainment Tonight does misquote her, or People Magazine misquote.
They misquote me all the time, People Magazine. They've misquoted me a million times, so I don't doubt that they fucking misquoted her, because they do. That's what they do. They're shit too. All right, anyway, let's keep going. Oh, fuck, I'm so livid about this. I think the best lesson that I've learned is take your time, she told the panel, which was moderated by People's Janine Rubenstein. Well, Janine Rubenstein, I'm going to burst your ear open for a minute when I write you, because I think too often I get also excited about my newfound freedom. And so I think I rush to do things. I want to cram it all in. So I'm just learning to take my time. On what? What is she learning to take her time on? I'd really like to know.
Oh, on love.
That any of you think of that she's taken her time on?
Adultery.
You didn't take her time on that.
Oh,
not
God.
take her time on adultery.
I know. I'm being
time on it. Yep, right, Savage. On the dick. She took time on the dick. Yes.
She took time on planning it.
She did. She took time on planning it for 3 freaking years, if not more, in my opinion, allegedly, and for entertainment and educational purposes only. I think she started planning it the day she turned 18 years old. So, anyway, Blanchard says she thinks she's doing very well. Delulu. but noted these last 4 months have been met with challenges and ups and downs. But that's life, right? So I'm just enjoying it. The famed this was the line that pissed me off the most. Right here. Right here. The famed Munchausen by proxy victim added at the event, which was held at the Grove in Los Angeles. Do you understand why that makes me mad?
Of course. They're still playing up the MVP.
They're still playing up the MVP. They are literally, she is not being identified as a murderer who took her mother's life. She is literally being notated as the famed
Victim.
Famed victim. Famed victim. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I am obsessed with the fact that you're not a famed fucking victim. You are a lying, murdering piece of shit. That's what you are. And your whole family is pieces of shit. And anyone who talks privately and nicely or promotes you or talks nicely about you is a piece of shit. Lifetime's a piece of shit. And Melissa Moore is a piece of shit. And Erin Lee Carr is a piece of shit. All of you are pieces of shit because you're knowingly glorifying her as a fucking victim when the only victim here is Dee Dee. For God's sakes.
And Nick and Stephanie.
Well, Nick and Stephanie, but I mean, okay, Nick, though, if he did what he did, he made that choice. And yes, I understand he was groomed, all of those things, but he still did that.
Yes,
okay?
but I feel like that Dee Dee, I mean, she was the victim of a brutal murder.
You don't have to say that over here.
She's, oh, I can, okay.
Say
So
the word over here.
she's the victim of a brutal murder. And not once has she ever been looked at or humanized. She was a daughter. She was a wife. She was a mother. She was a sister. She was a human being that did not deserve that. And she has been completely cast aside as this villain, you know, when she was the one that was murdered. This is not out. You ever see any type of murder? I've never seen any type of murder investigation or murder mystery or murder story where the person that was murdered is not the victim.
She was a friend at one time. You're right. She was a friend. She was a mother. She was a daughter. She was a sister. She was a person. She was a human. All things that her daughter has worked hard to make sure nobody thinks of when they talk about her. All things that Christy made sure they don't think about when they talk about Dee Dee. And it's sad.
It is sad.
The fact that she's being labeled as a victim of Munchausen by proxy when it is not even true, on top of the fact that it's what she used as the lie to justify a murder, is infuriating. Absolutely infuriating.
Everyone's wanting her get away with murder.
Creative Edge, Suzette, is that you? It looks like you in your picture, but I can't tell if it's you or not. And I'm not trying to get mad at you or anything, but I'm just trying to figure out if that's who you are. Okay. Well, you're allowed to stay. I don't have a problem with you, despite the other person that I know you associate with that has a massive problem with me, okay? So, I just want you to know you're welcome here. No problem. Sorry. Okay. So, you know, I can't speak for what Dee Dee was like. Okay? I can't. The only stories I've ever been told about Dee Dee are not good stories. I've never heard a good story about Dee Dee. And I think it's really sad because I'm sure there have to be good stories about her somewhere. Somebody loved her. somewhere.
And we're never going to know the truth because the victim is not here to speak for herself. The true victim.
Right. Right. I know, guys. I'm sorry. My family just came in. You're gonna have to deal with it. I'm so sorry. It's Friday night. They just came through the house. You know.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, you're blurred out. We can't see you.
No, they
So.
can see you kind of. There, see, she comes. Yeah, yeah. I don't
So-
talk to her about this stuff because I don't agree. Thank you, Suzette. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much.
So do we want to go back to the continuing the
Hold on.
people article?
Yeah, let me. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. It is. It's my little grandson yelling about his pop coming home. Okay. Yeah, she is. Oh, that's an interesting one. Isn't Melissa Moore part of a non-profit for victims of family members of murderers? How is her connection to Gypsy not a conflict of interest in that? Dee Dee was a victim of a girl she promotes. I agree.
100%.
100%. And that was, okay, so that's really funny. You say that because I don't talk about Melissa very often. And the reason I don't is out of respect for our mutual friends, because I don't want to lose my friends because of my opinion of Melissa, and I would hope that I wouldn't, but people are fickle. So I don't talk about Melissa very often because I don't have nice things to say. But one of the first things when she reached out to me originally, and Christy was telling me about her, and oh my goodness, she may want to do the project, she wants to help, blah, 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 all the different things. When I found out that was just a setup to try and find out how to get them out of my project that they had signed on to, because, they were looking for a way out. Trust me, honey, I would have given you a way out. All you had to ask was, hey, can we leave? Because we don't want to do this with you anymore, because I was already done. I was already done. I was done. We had cut ties, and then she brings Melissa Moore up again one more time to come at me. So I went and I watched that show she does where she goes with she takes the victim's family to the perpetrator and lets a member of the perpetrator's family come, and they meet together to talk because the perpetrator's family, they get a bad rap because of the fact that they raise the monster, right? And so they love their family members. So she did this show, and that was the first time that I felt that I recognized how disingenuous she is. She is absolutely not genuine. And I could feel it when she was sitting there next to them. You watch her and you can tell her emotions are not there.
Right.
Okay? They're not there. Melissa's are not there. They're not the reactions that you would expect from somebody sitting next to two people having this conversation. It's very superficial. And that was the first time I recognized that in her. And I was like, I don't like her. I do not like her. And, then she came back around the second time. And she came back, and, that time was when she tried to go for Titania. And I shut her down. And I was like, absolutely not. If you're going to come from my team, then you're going to you're going to go through me. You're not going to you're not going to try and cut off the weakest member of my team that you think is the weakest member. And Titania was the weakest member because she was the most susceptible to their bullshit, because she's been susceptible to Dee Dee's bullshit for years, and so Christy just continues the bullshit, and she snows everyone, including Titania, who she speaks horribly about. Christy said that Titania and Suzette are crazy, both of them, from the second that I ever mentioned that I was going to interview them. And so Melissa, of course, she decides that the person she thinks that she can get to flip is Titania. And eventually, I guess she did. But I stopped her twice, and I have no respect for her. And she literally laughed and said, ha ha ha, the whole reason that everyone's so obsessed with Gypsy is because of me. No. The whole reason that people are obsessed with Gypsy is because of what Gypsy did, honey. None of that has to do with you. Don't take that freaking credit. You're taking a lot of credit from a lot of people that put that story out there long before you ever came along.
I wonder, it seems like to me, this, from what I've seen, it's almost like she's disassociated from regular emotions and
Yes.
feelings. And I wonder if that's something that she had to do growing up because of the situation she was raised in.
Anybody, yeah. I mean, it's her, and not to mention the sociopathy can be hereditary. So
Right.
I'm sure that she has her own freaking problems. But you know what? You don't have to support a murderer that you know is a murderer and make her into a victim. You could have just told a truthful story. That would have been the respectful thing to do. But nobody in this industry has done anything respectful when it comes to her. Nobody. They do not care. They will just continue to sell you the lie with no conscience about it whatsoever. Nobody around her holds her accountable because they're greedy for fame and money. Yes, Lexi, that's right. Okay, so going on.
Back to the people.
Yes.
Go back to the people article.
So discussing some of the first she'd experienced since being released from prison, Blanchard said, I got to go to the beach for the first time today, and that was really exciting. I walked around the Grove. I went to Sephora for the first time. So this has just definitely been a wonderful day for me. I just admitting every little tiny thing is so big to me in terms of her post-prison experiences, Blanchard shared. It's so much. Just eating at Taco Bell for the first time. It's hard to pinpoint just one. Excuse. Mommy! Are you Taco Bell?
She never ate at a Taco Bell before.
Like, did you not live a life at all? Like, she acts like she just landed, came out of the sky and fell into prison for 8 years and then is just shoved out into a world she's never lived in her entire effing life. And that's not the truth. That's just not the truth.
You can put the People magazine back up on the screen. We could see it well.
No, you couldn't see it very well. So it's
on my end, I could see it very well.
Okay, I can put it back up. There we go.
Yeah,
okay. There you go.
It's
okay. Exactly. She was always on vacation. She doesn't live under a freaking rock. Exactly. Okay. During the interview, executive producer, there's the picture.
Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted you to do it.
Executive producer Melissa Moore pointed out that things like buying a refrigerator that has an ice maker in it has been a big deal to Blanchard. You know what I don't have? I don't have a fucking fridge with an ice maker in it.
Right.
I've had fridges with ice makers in it. I'm not saying I haven't. I'm simply saying, she's out here buying brand new fridges with ice makers in it and gallivanting across the world while having no job whatsoever and being a convicted murdering felon. But, let's all rejoice because she got a fucking refrigerator with an ice fucking maker in it. I mean,
that she left.
It's hot in that house with her.
Well, she left it behind as soon as she got it.
Leaves it behind. That's what I said, she just, that poor refrigerator probably wonders why it's not being used anymore and why she just never visits it for the ice anymore. Much like Pixie Blanchard might be. We'll get to that conversation in a moment.
And her husband.
God bless America.
So she wants to take a pic. She wanted to take a photo next to her refrigerator because she was so excited. But she asked Melissa,
"Do you think that'd be bragging?"
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She asks Melissa if that would be, braggadocious. And
I'm
she's just like, no, sweetie.
no, Gypsy, that'll be okay. And then it just got me thinking. I'm like, oh, we have an ice maker, Moore said, reflecting on the gift Blanchard has given her to not take for granted the simple fucking things. Oh my God.
And
Look at-
there they are together on the panel. That's Melissa Moore in the white and Gypsy's in red.
Oh, thanks. I like it too. Okay, so let's keep going. Moore also commented on Blanchard going to Santa Monica and swimming in the ocean for the first time, adding, when I saw her free for the first time in New York, I asked her about the shower because I remembered the prison showers and just her not being able to control the temperature. And she was blown away that you can control the temperature of your shower.
Yeah. I was, my jaw was kind of on the floor there, and I was like, you've got to see this.
Now, okay, let me get this straight. I understand that in their little home, they had a freaking spa
Jacuzzi
tub, and apparently there was no shower. Okay, whatever.
Why she act like this was a human trafficking situation?
Exactly.
And she's never experienced life. Girl, you know that you can control the temperature
Of a shower.
of a tub.
Right.
In a tub, you can have hot water and you can have cold water. How do you have a bath with a temperature that's a comfortable temperature? You put some cold water and some hot water. You don't just only have hot water or cold water in your house. You have
right. But she's saying she did not have a shower.
But Sarah.
But that doesn't mean you don't know you can change the temperature.
Right. She's just saying she never experienced
No. What she said is she didn't know that you could change the temperature in a shower.
Right. And then I also saw the thing that Melissa said about.
Oh, Tammy, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to say. I'm sure she showered when she was at Disney World. Thank you.
Right. I mean, how many hotels and motels did they stay in?
Their entire effing life.
They traveled constantly.
No, Gypsy, you're not allowed to take a shower. You only have to take a bath.
But even still, I don't care. You still know how to use the fucking knobs on the fucking shower. If you're in a bathtub or in a shower, it doesn't matter. You still know that there is hot and cold fucking water.
Right. And the way that Melissa quote says that is like it's like she's almost like talking about seeing an animal set free into its natural inhabitants. For the first time ever, she's seen this orca set free into the ocean, enjoying.
Wait. Now, see, and the Ronald McDonald House. You're right. But you know what's really funny about the Ronald McDonald House, guys? Guess what? She was thrown out of the Ronald McDonald House. Sorry, I butchered the hell out of that word. The Ronald McDonald House in Louisiana for what? Fraud.
And what about the other house, the other shelter they were at?
95,000 houses that they had that they didn't have a bathtub that was specifically designed for her sore fucking muscles. You know, I sure as shit would like a jacuzzi tub designed for my sore fucking muscles. I guess I need to murder somebody.
Right. And then when you get out, it could be a big deal in People magazine.
Right.
Because you got to take a shower in the freedom of your own home for the first time, and you were just amazed at how showers work.
It's just
Gypsy, tell us you're stinky.
Right? Tell us you're stinky without telling us you're stinky.
Mommy, can I eat this?
Yes, I saved it for you.
No, I mean, does anybody else see, because I'm not looking at the comments, does anybody else, like, are they having the same reactions that we are?
They're dying in the comments. The comments
are you kidding me? Are you
The prison
kidding
women had to
me?
tell her to wash her ass, though. Yeah, I know. The jail guard said that they had problems with her doing in the jail too. That she wouldn't shower. That she wouldn't take care of herself. She doesn't take care of herself. Look, do you see the pattern? Her teeth rotted out of her head. Why? Because she didn't take care of them.
Wasn't one of the other reasons she got kicked out of the Ronald McDonald House for uncleanliness or for unhygienic behavior?
I don't remember, but I don't know.
I don't know.
But the reason that her fucking feet tube got fucking infected all the time was because she didn't take care of it. Her teeth, being as bad as they are, happened for a variety of reasons. But I'm going to tell you what, most of it is because she got yuck mouth and she don't brush. Okay.
Well, and the bottle.
She got bottle rot.
And she, yeah, that's what happened. I mean, she got bottle rot. That's why her teeth are so bucked out, and part of the reason why the roof of her mouth is pitched so narrow and high. But yes, anyway, Melissa is so happy to see her free in the wild.
Okay,
and
well,
enjoying showers.
All right,
Enjoying
let's
showers.
read the rest of this fictional fairy tale that they're yarning for us. Her experiencing freedom shows to me to appreciate the luxuries, the simple things in life. And that's what I take away, she continued, adding that she hopes others take that away from the documentary as well. It's been a whirlwind few months for Blanchard, who announced she separated from her husband, Ryan Scott Anderson, in March. It was then reported late last month that the 32-year-old, she's not 32 years old, she's 34. She could be 33 and turning 34 next month, not sure, was back together with her ex-fiance, Ken Erker. After reconnecting earlier this month, we realized that our love for each other is simply undeniable, and life is too short to not take a chance, Blanchard told TMZ. But wait a minute, I thought she was moving slowly. Didn't she remember that it's supposed to be take things slow? I mean, she just contradicted herself, right?
Right, and she does again.
She was released from prison in December 2023 after serving 8 years of her 10-year prison sentence for conspiring to murder her mother, 48-year-old Dee Dee Blanchard. While her then boyfriend, Percy, what do you want? Abigail, come get your cat.
That's a loud cat.
Oh, yeah, it's his nightly screaming fest.
I love it when you ask what he wants, he goes,
Oh. Dee Dee was stabbed to death by Goda John in her Springfield, Missouri home on June 9th, 2015, as Gypsy Rose waited in the bathroom, where she was either crouching over the shitter box or shaving her hoo-ha. I'm not quite sure which one, both. Maybe shaving her hoo-ha whilst crouching over the shitter box. I'm not quite sure. Dee Dee had subjected her daughter to years of unnecessary medical procedures and convinced her and others that she had a series of illnesses. It was argued in court and is widely believed that Gypsy Rose was a victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a rare form of abuse in which a guardian exaggerates or induces illness in a child for sympathy and attention. Following her release from prison, Gypsy Rose told people she believes her mom was struggling with an untreated mental illness. Well, that's really funny because in your book, you said she was schizophrenic, and before you said she was bipolar. So untreated mental illness would mean that it wasn't diagnosed nor being treated. So how did you have the balls to call her bipolar or schizophrenic? Now you're saying it's untreated. Why? Because I called you out on the fact that she was never diagnosed with jack shit, including Munchausen syndrome by proxy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. In hindsight, I really wish someone could have seen the signs and helped her, she said. Helping her would have helped me. Oh, you've got to be fucking... That's the end of the article. Oh,
no, geez. There's more to the article.
No, that was the end of the article, I thought.
Nope. There's more.
That's as far as I'm going to read. I can't even.
The rest, there goes on where she contradicts herself about Ken and their relationship, and she discusses it.
Fine. I'll put it back up. Fine. No, that's where mine ended. Helping her would help her. No, that's where it ended.
Oh, well, see, mine has like after the ad, you can click continue to read, and it's got the rest of it.
I
And then it's got the whole thing about her probation, about her getting off social media, where she says that she had to get off social media
I
because
don't have that.
she was bullied, and also that she says her parole officer, in one sentence she says her parole officer told her to get off, and then in the next sentence she said she had to do it for her own mental health. But now
You
she's
must
back
have
on.
I wonder if you clicked on one of the things that took you to a different story.
No?
Because that's the end of that story, hon. That's it. That's the whole people's story.
Let me see here.
Yeah, if you have more, then read it, okay? Yeah, I agree, Tammy. I think her tongue would fall out if she ever told the truth, or she'd probably just spontaneously combust. I agree. How now she's able to present herself with such full vocabulary and how to pose on the carpets. She is such a quick learned. Yeah. You know what's really funny about that? The same doctor that diagnosed the chromosome disorder wrote in her, oh, Sarah fell off. I don't know what happened. She probably got kicked out. We'll see if she comes back. The same doctor wrote in her notes when she was evaluating Gypsy in that before they ran the test, and talked about the fact that Gypsy had a rich vocabulary despite the fact that she's supposed to have mental cognitive delays. But here's the thing, guys, she did have cognitive delays. And I think talks to media attention after prison release. Okay, so here's a different article. Oh, I want that one too. I want to show you guys this. Hold on. I'm getting it. Hold on. I don't know what happened. But let me get this. All right. I wanted to share this with you guys. Just listen to the words. That's what she thinks. She thinks she's got everyone wrapped around her little finger. And she can't figure out why I'm not. And she can't figure out what to do about me. I did really want the best for her at the beginning. I really did. Both narcissistics supply for one another. Exactly, Savage. Exactly. Oh, there's Sarah. She's back. There you are.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, yeah. So literally like I clicked on the link to text you the article again so you could read the rest of it, because it goes on to discuss, the premiere date of the show and everything else. And so
I don't have it. I saw you sent it and I don't see where you sent it.
I just texted
Sent it on my phone. Okay.
Yeah, I just texted it to you because I thought you could get it on a text easier than going through.
I show it on the thing easier. Oh, okay. So let's see. Okay, yeah. See, this is a totally different article. Hold on. This is a different article. That's why. All right.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me go back over here and I'll send it to myself.
Yeah, just click. I got kicked out of StreamYard literally just for like scrolling down.
I can't get it from here, Sarah. You're gonna have to. Can you send it to Facebook?
Yeah, but I'll get kicked out of StreamYard again. But I could do it.
Well, I don't. Shit. I can't copy it from here. Hold on. Let me see if I copy it this way. I got it. Just hang on. I just played the video that you sent me of her
Yes.
around my little finger.
Oh my God. Yeah, see, you had seen the still screenshots of it, but you said you had not seen the video, and I said, "Oh, she's lip syncing this song about being wrapped around my finger."
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so let's get out of that. Yeah. Okay, so now let me.
Hopefully, this will be the one that's discussing the mental negative mental health issues, and she contradicts herself about the probation officer telling her to get off social media versus her own choice to get off social media for her mental health.
Okay.
So it's just lies.
Right. Okay. So Gypsy Rose Blanchard says media attention after prison release had negative effect on my mental health. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Just fuck off.
It just made you a millionaire.
Yeah, it just made you millions, and it just fuck off. Blanchard was released from prison in December 2023 and is now detailing her decision to step back from and eventually return to social media. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is giving viewers insight into her relationship with social media. The prison confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, subject 32. Are they doing that because they really believe that she was only 19 when, like she said to Melissa on that interview where she says, I went from 19 to 32? Do they really believe that she was 19 to 32 and not 23 to 34?
I don't know why people has the wrong year. And I asked you about that earlier today. I said, she's older than 32. She's born in 91. This is 2024.
33 years old, and she'll be, nope. Okay. No, they're right, because then she'll turn 33 next month. She'll turn in July. She'll turn 33.
Okay. See, I thought she was 33, getting ready to turn 34. So
did I, but I guess we're wrong. So okay. Well, there we go. 32. She's turning 30. She'll be 33. Okay. Shared a behind-the-scenes look at her new life now after her December 2023 release from prison during an evening with Lifetime conversations on controversies FYC event panel on Wednesday, May 1st. I'm still pissed about this.
This event panel is a big deal.
I am going to write a fucking letter to them about this. Like this event panel, I'm going to write a huge letter to this event, because this is disgusting and it is gross that you have a person who killed her mother. You have sitting up there laughing with a serial killer's daughter while you're talking about controversial stories and how they've hurt people. Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, they're sitting there just chummy. She's on the panel. She is one of the panelists, and she's the villain. She's the perpetrator. She's the murderer. What the hell is going on with this world?
Speaking with moderator Junie Rubenstein of People, Blanchard explained the media storm that came her way following her 8 years in prison. I'm very much an introvert. Where?
Yes. This is the one. This is one of the ones I sent you because I thought, oh my God, when you hear introvert, you're going to lose it.
And so coming out and this media storm hit me, and I really, really was touched by the positivity that people were showing me, Blanchard said at the panel, which took place at the Grove in Los Angeles. And then as social media began, and how it always does, it turned negative. It started to have a negative effect on my mental health. But not the fact that you killed your mom. That's had no effect on you, right? Because you said, because what happened to you, you should have been rocking in a corner, but all you needed was Ken. That's all you needed was Ken. Oh. Blanchard, who was
never. She's been.
Go ahead.
I was like her entire childhood. She was a childhood celebrity. I mean, she was celebrity status everywhere. I mean, even at the local movie theaters. You know, they would use her to promote movie premieres.
Yep.
I mean, she's been
her
in the
full of shit
public eye
from
since
day
she was
one.
little.
She's been in the public eye since your mother started. And that's what I said. She's nothing more than a child actress. And so if you're stating that putting her in a wheelchair and at 15 shaving her head is somehow child abuse, then every mother who's ever put their child in a pageant, a dance studio, a rehearsal, a play, anything ever has been abusing their children. Every single one of them. Because what she did was play a role for financial gain. That's it. Financial gain. But let's keep going. Blanchard, who has since made headlines for separating from her now former husband, Ryan Scott Anderson, reuniting with her ex-fiance, Ken Urker, and opening up about cosmetic surgery, added at the event that she ended up taking a step back from the internet. Oh, Abby, did you know that she came in my live tonight and started to harass me? Yep.
What did she say?
Called me obsessed with her and then tried to start some shit.
And got you kicked off of TikTok for 24 hours.
Platform for 24 hours. Yeah, right? Wham. Boo-hoo. Crybaby. Fucking crybaby. I can't handle people talking about the truth about me. I want them to only talk about the lies that I tell them. Why can't you just do that, Francesca? What is wrong with you? Can't you just get with the program? You're so obsessed. And it's so weird that you're obsessed with me. Okay. Anyway. I know.
So
It's made headlines for separating. Okay. But I just recently got back into it with having learned don't read comments. Oh, for Christ's sake. She said, so, I mean, I'm just trying to live my life in the best way that I can. And like I said, that's going to include missteps. But I learned from them. I learned that if I tell a guy in a different state to kill my mom, that I should probably throw the phone away when I do it. That's what I learned. So
right. Well, yeah, and I'm just gonna throw this out there just because the interviewer that interviews her, you can watch it it's all over the internet. But she's in a green blouse, long black hair, and Gypsy, she's asking her about Ken or whatever, and Gypsy says that he was one
of the loves of her life,
of her soulmates.
Yeah.
Plural.
Yeah, I did see what she posted on Ryan's post, and that's disgusting. And it's one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight. So, you know, no, I don't have to say that over here. Not on here, too. We do not, guys. We do not. We can use actual words over here, folks. Yeah.
So, the victim, again, Munchausen by proxy victim,
ultimately decided to delete her social media accounts after expressing regret on TikTok, which a source told People at the time was the advisement of her parole officer so she won't get in trouble and go back to jail. She apologized to fans for a lack of accountability in my interviews.
Now, she's going to turn right around here.
Accountability, period.
Listen, she's going to turn right around here in about 2 seconds and contradict herself, so keep going.
Blanchard served 8 years of a 10-year sentence for conspiring to murder her mother, 48-year-old Dee Dee Blanchard, with her then-boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn. Godejohn carried out the murder before being convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to a life in prison. Let my actions match my words and we'll go from there. Why don't you let the truth match your words? That would be a good start if you just didn't lie all the time. Blanchard said when she decided to leave social media. I definitely have a good support system of liars and con artists all around me, she continued. And I think I'm just now starting to get around to listening to my inner self instead of all the noise that's been on social media. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching and hearing me out.
Hey, you are a con artist.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Right. Now she goes from saying she's got to get off social media for her mental health to Her probation officer told her to, so she won't go back to jail. To now she's finally ready to get back on it. And she has.
Okay. Much like when she was not put in the hole by the warden for not doing what she was not doing. Like,
Just finish reading the article.
This week, Blanchard made her official return to the TikTok platform when she showed off her recent rhinoplasty and new blonde hair transformation. She also uploaded another clip soundtracked by Sabrina Carpenter's single Espresso, where she showed off some casual beach attire. Carpenter herself co-signed the look, commenting, "You served heart." Elsewhere at Wednesday's panel, Blanchard described the biggest lesson that she's learned since being released from prison is to take her time on nothing, but whatever. Because I think too often I get also excited about my newfound freedom, and so I think I rush to do things. I want to cram it all in, so I'm just learning to take my time, she said, before adding that she's doing very well. The last 4 months have been met with challenges and ups and downs, but that's life, right? So I'm just enjoying it, Blanchard continued. Gypsy Rose, Life After Lockup premieres June 3rd on Lifetime.
Right. So now, I mean, she had to get off of social media for her mental health. Then her parole officer told her to get off so she wouldn't go back to jail. But now she's back on it again.
Well, just like Melissa Moore putting in her book with her that she was put in the hole for 2 whole weeks before her parole, right before her parole hearing because of Facebook. No, you were not. That happened years before. You ran me and everyone, Dawn Brown included, in circles around the internet trying to shut down Facebook groups that weren't yours for no fucking reason. And I told you then I thought it was bullshit. And I was like, Gypsy, that's not even close to being what they can and cannot do. So there is no way they can tell me that I have to shut down my Facebook page about you. They cannot do so. I am not incarcerated at Chillicothe Prison. And so I fought her on it, and I refused to take mine down, and several other parties have refused to take theirs down, but other content creators bought into it and took them down out of fear, and oh my God, we're hurting her. How horrible is this? This is terrible. And then I finally get the freaking letter from the warden, and it's about a profile that was trying to scam people out of money that they thought was attached to her.
Lexi's exactly right here. This is what I was trying to say. Now they're saying they advise her to get off for her mental health again. So again, another lie.
It's just all lies. And yes, I did see the comment. Okay, we were talking about this when she came in, actually. We were talking about her little comment to Ryan, the rudeness of her and her bullshitness. And I really feel that comment vexed me in so many fucking ways. It's not even funny. First of all, okay, let's talk about the restraining order real quick. It is a financial restraining order mostly. I do believe, though, that there is supposed to be no contact except for through their attorneys. So it could be a violation of said restraining order. But because it is a financial restraining order, 99% of it is about that and not about anything else. So I'm not quite sure if they can have that contact or not. It could or could not be a violation, but it doesn't matter to her. She does not think that rules apply to her. No rules apply to her.
Look, this is only the second video that this poor guy has put out. And she's got to jump on his butt and talk shit to him about Pixie.
Right. Of all things, the dog that she left with him because it likes him better, the dog that you convinced him to get with you because he wasn't sure he wanted to have a baby with you, which, I mean, good for him. Good for him.
I'm glad he freaking thought better of that. But
it's like, can you not? She is so starved for attention. She can't let Ryan have like 2 minutes.
no. Oh, and she's mad because now apparently he's trying to give it away to people. Well, I can understand. It's probably a source of complete and utter humiliation for him every day. That he's got to take care of this dog that you just dropped on him, abandoned in the middle of the night to run off with boy toy number 52, Ken, who's
He said, I thought about, wanting to give her to a family like
right.
I wanted to have with you.
Right. And she's sitting here telling him, if we had children together, would you put our children up for adoption? Are you fucking daft? Well, I don't know, Gypsy. If you had children together, would you have just abandoned those children because they liked daddy more?
Right. It's just, it blew my mind. I was like, you can tell this poor guy is grieving. And she's got to come in and just slam him about this dog that she didn't give 2 shits about.
Right.
That he's taking care of. And, maybe there is a family that said, hey, we want her really, really, really bad. And maybe he thought, well, maybe it might be better for her or whatever. But you know what? When she left Pixie behind, that was it. She doesn't get any say-so over what happens to Pixie now. And for her to slam him and then even make a comparison like that, like, oh, would you just given our kids away?
Right.
I mean, it's like, leave this guy alone. You are publicly humiliating him. I mean, yeah. I know we can say whatever we want here, but if you guys know what I'm gonna say, it's like she's basically publicly cuckolding the guy.
Right.
Yeah. She's making out with Ken and posting it, pictures and selling them to TMZ.
Right.
But God forbid if, he might, maybe, perhaps, have a family interested in Pixie, she is just, taking away all of his pride. She does not care. She's hurting him. She's just continuing to hurt him. There was no reason for her to make a comment about his post at all. He didn't even say anything except that, he was really going through a hard time and everybody would see it, when the show comes out.
I don't think so. I think Lifetime, somebody asked if Lifetime's going to make him look bad, and I think they will.
Yeah.
They will, because here's the thing. Okay. Look, there's an article that already came out that they decided that their statement was that her story is more important than his. That was their words, Lifetime's words, was that her story was more important than his. And so they would be following her in her journey because it's a more important story than his story.
Her journey to adultery?
Yeah. So they have already finished, and now he does not get to be in anything else. They took him off of everything. So he got thrown out of his own show, that he thought was.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that I don't quite understand, and it's kind of the same situation that I'm dealing with the Natalia Grace case, is that even though he's not going to be featured, he's still under an NDA.
Yeah. So they can take his story. This was why I wouldn't sell to Melissa Moore. This was exactly why. And she wanted me to sell the project to her. She's like, you can sell me the project and you can still be an executive producer on it, blah, 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 but I can help out. And no, I did not want to do that. And this is exactly why, because I knew exactly what she would do, and she would push me out of my own fucking project. And that's what they're doing to him. They're pushing him out of the project. They have now given his contract up, but yet he can't speak publicly because he signed that NDA. So they can say anything they want about him, and he can do no things about it. And it's pretty fucking shitty.
Yep. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Because I would be happy to share his story. Have I said some things? Yes. I'd like to know more about him. I want to know what happened when Melissa Moore told him to stay on. I want to know more about how much was Ken involved. I want to know more about what happened and why were you fired from your job, Ryan? Is it really what Rachel and Gypsy say? Because, you know, I got my story from Rachel stating that, you know, he was inappropriate with students and
Inappropriate comments. Yeah.
Right. Inappropriate comments with students. And Rachel doesn't like him. Now, I believe Rachel. I really do. I like Rachel a lot. I don't think she lies to me. I don't. But she only knows what Gypsy fucking told her. So she don't know either. Okay. Like, seriously, I want to know the truth. I want to know, why did you stay with her? What made you think that she was the catch that you just needed to have? I mean, good God. Yes, I understand you're a large boy, but you ain't hideous. Some girls gotta like it out there. I mean, Gypsy told everybody the D's fire. So, I mean, you should be getting hit up by women every single day now.
Oh, there was a lot of comments that women made on that post saying like, hey, you know, you're not a bad looking guy. And actually that little goatee on him looks kind of cute, you know? And everybody was like, well, man, y'all need to start sliding into his DMs, you know? But he's still madly in love with Gypsy. You can tell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's, you know, it reminds me of like, I just thought of this right now. My favorite movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right? That's like my all-time John Hughes favorite movie. And Ferris Bueller is talking about Cameron and how he's going to marry the first bitch that ever, you know, lays a hand on his noodle, right? Like the first girl likes his, you know what, he's going to marry and she's going to treat him like shit. And that's exactly what happened here. Like, it's the first girl that paid attention to him, and he married her, and he thought he got this big catch, and what you ended up with, honey, was a piece of shit.
Yeah, you can tell that he has very low self-esteem.
Yes, very much so.
And he really, really, truly believed that, like, wow, out of all of these guys, you know, she chose me.
And I said that from the beginning.
And I thought, you
Fireworks Guy, because that's what they originally called him, was Fireworks Guy. When Fireworks Guy came on scene and I saw a picture of her and him, I went, oh, that's not going to be good. That's going to be real bad for him. It's all going to be bad for him. He does not look like the guy that's going to be able to deal with that bitch. Like, there's no way she's going to do something horrible to him. You know, and Jesus, I don't know.
You know, you and I have privately talked about this, and I said, you know what? I think that he is at a high risk for suicide. And I hope that he's getting therapy, and I hope he's continuing to get help, because he is being publicly humiliated as his wife is, and you guys gotta think, like, those people, Christy and Rod and all of them that are hanging out there with Ken, that's his family, guys. They've been married for 2 years. Those are his in-laws. Those are his relatives. And they're all hanging out with Ken now, and it's like he doesn't even exist. And these people have been a part of his life and been related to him through marriage for a long time. I mean, that hurts.
It does.
I mean, that's being betrayed by everyone.
I mean, look, I wasn't married to the girl, and she has dragged me through hell and back. And most people would not be still standing after all of that. Most people would have turned and run away and turned coat, you know, because it was too much. She does not care about anyone's feelings, hurt, mental health, nothing. She has no feelings. She has nothing. She is got no emotions. She is emotionally bankrupt. She is a morally and emotionally bankrupt human being.
Ethically bankrupt.
And ethically, in all ways, she's bankrupt, except for money. I guess she's getting all of that for unaliving her mom. Like, seriously, that's all. That's her whole claim to fame. I killed my mom. That's it.
But
Hi.
she,
Like seriously, how do you sit on a panel and somebody go, "Hi, so when I was 5, I was sexually assaulted and da 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 happened to me and I survived." And then the next person is like, "Well, I was burned alive in a car crash and da 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 da." And then the next person is like, "I served in the military and I did all of this and blah blah fucking blah blah blah." And then the next panelist sitting next to you is fucking Gypsy Rose and I murdered my mom and I survived.
Right. Yeah, well, but she's the victim. She's the most famous
BP.
Yes, I said it and I thought, wait, did I say it right? She's the most famous Munchausen by proxy a victim, in history is what her claim to fame is.
And I blame Mark Feldman for that and Mommy Dead and Dearest. Aaron Lee Carr, you got some explaining to do.
So, like, people didn't believe me, but I told them that, she was coming out with another book, that she had another documentary coming out, and they are also now doing a new movie. And this does not include all of the interviews that she's going to be doing between now and then. So then, right now, her projected, just off of what she was making on social media before she got off, her projected estimated net worth was $6 million. Because nobody really understood how much money she was making off social media. So now she's going to hop back on that train. And there's no telling by the time this is all said and done with all the books and the movies and the documentaries and the interviews and everything. I mean, she could be in tens of millions of dollars easily. Mm-hmm. Easy.
I know. Okay, so I'm so irritated. This is not how I wanted this live to go tonight, by the way. It's not at all. Yeah, she rattled me. She pissed me off. And that's all she did. She pissed me off. She didn't upset me. She didn't make me go unhinged and crazy and all that shit that she thinks she's going to do. And come in my life anytime you want, sister, and I'll invite you right up to the panel so you can be held accountable for your actual actions. You want to talk about accountability, then sit down with me and have a real interview. Let's do that. Because I'll ask the actual questions nobody else will ask you.
I was just going to ask her, could you please, for the love of God, let us know if we've got the right Dan.
Are you serious right now? Hold on. No, I'm serious. Helen Hunt, are you freaking serious right now?
I'm not in the chat. Let me jump over into the chat.
You might want to see it. I'm not popping. She did not. I guarantee you. Say it again. You're deadly serious. Mac, can you please take care of that? Can you look it up? Can you find out? Please, Mac. Thanks. Helen, you need to stop saying it now, please. Thank you. She's a person who caused extreme problems for my pink cat, Sarah, and who caused extreme problems.
I literally went to read the chat and it kicked me out. Is this true? Is this Helen Hunt? Is this true? Is this the right person? Are we is this for real? How do we find out if this is actually true?
You guys freaking out of.
Well, they're trying to tell us that this lady that's been harassing Sarah committed suicide.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere either. So, okay.
Well, I don't. Wow.
Don't say anything else.
Helen,
Don't say anything else.
Helen, if you could just send us some information privately.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk about this until we can confirm it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, please send us private. Please privately send us a message.
Yeah, something like this shouldn't be discussed in our chat, okay? That's not okay. All right. Anyway. All right, so back to what I was trying to do. I'm kind of trying to wrap us up here. My husband is home. I told him I'd be in there, around this time. But this wasn't how I wanted this to go tonight. She rattled me because you know what? She got balls. She got balls to come up in my life and call me obsessed. To come up in my life and start some crap. And that she thinks that I have blocked her in every shape, way, form I possibly can. She comes back to freaking social media, so now she's not blocked because I have a new account because they ran me off my first 2, 3, 4, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then she has the audacity to come up in my life. Like,
here's my point. Like, aren't you in California having like the time of your life playing with ice makers and showers and
right? I mean, the beach for the first time. I mean, there's so much to do. You're worrying about little old me? Why? I mean, I must really be living rent free in her fucking head.
It was exciting for a moment.
It was
until it wasn't.
Good for you, sister. Good for you. Did it go well for you? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? You got me mad, and I called you some names, and I said you were fat in your pink dress because you were.
Can you contact,
after
we get done, can you contact your agency and see if they can get that 24-hour ban lifted?
Yeah.
So basically what we were doing is we were trying to sum up what's been going on with Gypsy this week. And the first of the week started off with Fancy being, very upset about the excerpt that was leaked, sent out promotionally for her book, talking about, the third time she stood up was when she was an inmate, and, I don't know if that was metaphorically. I mean, that's the way I took it, but I mean, either way, then the whole thing was just bullshit, 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 bullshit. The whole excerpt. And then, there's her and Ken. They had their big family jazz fest with Bree and Rod and Christy, which she shouldn't even be attending because she's, not supposed to be around drugs or alcohol. And, she's supposed to be getting random drug and alcohol, testing done by her probation officer. And then she's working on more of her makeover, getting her hair blonder and getting her spray tan on, and getting ready to head out to California so she can promote her series, promote her book, and be on this Lifetime discussion panel. Meanwhile, she is harassing the shit out of Ryan and making a big deal about only the second post he made.
Right.
And then tonight popping up in the live. So it's like, and then she's out there talking about how she's never swam in the ocean before. She's never been on the beach before. She was excited to have a refrigerator with an ice maker. She didn't know how showers. Lies about how she got off social media for her mental health, but then she says it was her probation officer. Then she goes back and says it's mental health, and that she's back on again now. So it has been just lie after lie after lie after lie, and it's just been straight up insanity.
I know.
It's like it's never gonna stop.
No, it's not. And that's the crazy thing, you know.
And that's why
what's really funny, what I find hilarious is that I have now taken this down to one freaking day a week that I will even allow us to do a live about her or talk about her. You know, yeah, I post a little short things here and there for content for you guys to have, you know, but I only want to talk about her one day a week. I've asked you guys to stop sending me anything and everything about the Clown Club because I just don't want to deal with it. You know, like once a week is all I can manage to talk about her now. But I'm the one who's obsessed with her. Like, seriously? I'm obsessed with the truth. When do we get the truth?
I tell you what, we picked one hell of a week, didn't we? It's like, really, because we're like, you know what? We are working on so many other projects that are so good and telling cases and updating cases. And that's where we want to focus. And everybody that's fighting with each other, we don't want any part of that. Nina, Bree, Ryan, any of that. We're out of that whole thing. And so we said, okay, you know, but people are always going to be coming to us to ask their Gypsy questions because Fancy is, you know, the leading expert. So we understand that. So we said, you know what, let's just limit it to once a week. We're going to do the FriYay Dipsy Dump, you know, live. And
Krusty and the Clown Club, you know, Gypshit, Krusty and the Clown Club on Friday nights. That's what we get. But you know, so wrapping it up for the week, you know, she's man, she's never gonna stop. That's the thing. And so here's what we've got going. All right, we have so next Friday we'll be back again and we'll talk about Dipshit and the Clown Club and all of that. We have our book. By the way, I am fixing it on the website so that you guys can put in your mailing address because apparently I did not have it in there. So you could do that when you pre-order the actual paperback with signatures on it. You can do that on our website right now. Wait, oh my God. Okay. But I have to fix it. So in the morning it should be fixed. You can pre-order our book now again on Amazon. The ebook is up again for pre-order. The book itself, the paperback, is available for pre-order on our site, and you can get it with or without a signature. You can get it with 2 signatures if you would like both me and Colleen to sign. And guess what, guys? We have some pretty cool exclusive things that are going to be in that book. Never before heard from or seen Sarah Sands, my daughter, my partner, who went down with me and interviewed all of these people, is going to do an interview with me and Sarah. This Sarah. Yeah.
I'm excited about that because, you know, I've got a completely different perspective on it than what you guys have because I'm coming in with fresh eyes and fresh ears.
My dog is coughing. I'm not sure if it'll be in an audio book too, because the first book, it's the companion to our podcast. So basically what we're doing with the first book is we've transcribed our entire podcast. And then Colleen and I on each episode are giving a 1-paragraph update and our reflection and summary. And then we are going to have the Sarah Sands interview in there. I'm not live on TikTok that band tonight because Gypsy came in and started shitting my fucking live. So we will have a Sarah Sands interview in there. And on top of that, we have an entire chapter updating all the medical information based on the new evidence of the chromosome disorder. And I just found today, okay, so what we have put out so far has only been the doctor, Sean, actually stated what chromosome disorder it is that Gypsy has. That was the second document, actually. That's the follow-up visit where she's basically telling Dr. Steele that they got the records back. They have this chromosome disorder and what is going on. Yeah, I know, it's Sarah. Hold on.
It's not me. It's you reverberating.
Yeah, it's you, but I'm reverberating inside of your thingy. So I'm going to mute you for just a minute, and then you can unmute when you want to talk again. So it's going to have that. But this chromosome disorder, like I said, is today I put out the actual test results, the full test results. Sarah, you're doing it again. See, don't do that. Okay. The full test results. I was able to find them in the document that Colleen had all but the last 2 pages of. Colleen had, and I want to talk about this because there's 2 different tests that can be run, okay? There's the karyotype and then there's the microarray. Now, I don't know the difference between what these tests do and do not tell you, but what I can tell you is the karyotype is what Colleen had. And it stated that it was not likely that there was a chromosome disorder based on the findings within sight of that test. But when they did the other test, which they did both of them at the same time, the microarray is a more comprehensive test to my understanding. And it came back and it identified the exact deletion, the exact length of the deletion, and how often it occurs and everything else. We have the actual test results, not just the doctor stating, hey, we got test results back and she has chromosome disorder 1q21.1 microdeletion of. So it really gives it a full look, and it has been put out on all of our socials today. So you guys can go and look at that, along with the information from the rarechromo.org pamphlet that explains what the karyotype and the microarray can and cannot show and what it means. So we're trying really hard to explain to you guys how this is not just some little bullshit chromosome disorder on one single fucking piece of paper. It literally states that this is a type of chromosome disorder that would be identified at birth. And it was identified at birth. They just didn't know which one it was because they couldn't in 1991 pinpoint which one it was. That's it. That's it. Does he still swear the girl in the pamphlet is her? Sarah, you can unmute now.
Okay. I'm not making any noise. It was you reverberating back into me.
Yeah, I know, but it's coming back, okay, back into here.
Feedback, right? I gotcha.
I think you're not using headphones, probably.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So anyway, we've got so many good things that we're working on. Like I said, we still have the Natalia Grace case, which, has been a case that I've been involved with for so many years. We also still have we were going to do some more in-depth look into the case of Murdaugh. We're also doing the Menendez and Menudo case. Let's see, you've been doing the Chad Daybell trial. Yes. So if you want to talk about that.
I wanted to let everybody know about that. So, the Chad Daybell story, I did 2 nights so far. I did day 1 and I've done day 13. I wrote out day 14 and 15, day 14 and I think 15. But I'm going to do a recap of the week on Saturday this week. The next week I should, if they continue on, I'm sure it's still going to continue. Then I will continue doing my once a night recaps. But I found a much easier way for me to do them, so now they can get out faster and be done each night and not have to be delayed. Because of course, I got off track this week by trying to make sure that I'm working on the book, because the book needs to be out, and it's the most important thing that we're working on right now is the book for this part of the thing. What was the name of the HB show about the liars? Oh, are you meaning Mommy, Dad, and Dearest? Yeah, that's the one where Rod says she went from a chromosome disorder to now she's got cancer and shaving her head, and he's very clear in when it happened. He said she had a chromosome disorder, and she had that from birth. She was telling us from the very beginning she had the chromosome disorder. And then he says, and then she moved, then Katrina hit and it took her out. And I put this out the other day because it's in our podcast. We actually played this clip. It took them out. It was really devastating for them. Now she's moving to Missouri. Now she's got cancer and she's shaving her head. That's a big jump from chromosome disorder to cancer, he said. Those are his words, his exact words.
Right. And I've seen it, and it's very interesting that, they say this from the beginning.
Suzette, I think you can actually find Mommy, Dead, and Dearest now on YouTube. It's that old now. I don't think you have to go to like HBO anymore to watch it. But anyway, guys, yeah, we've got lots of new projects coming. I'm working on the Daybell. I'm working on a Delphi piece. I'm working on a Crystal Rogers piece. And then Colleen and I and Sarah will be returning to our season 3 of the Good Wives Guide to True Crime. And our first look is going to be at Chris Watts versus Christian Longo. Was it a copycat?
I think so. I believe that's what I believe.
On Lipstick, Lashes, and Lies, Morgan and I are going to be talking about Betty Broderick. So we've got a lot of things coming down the pipeline, which is why I'm limiting Gypsy to 1 day a week, because I can't get anything else done with her nonsense bullshit happening every freaking day. I mean, if she goes to Dollar General one more time this week, I might I don't know. I don't know if I can stand one more trip to Dollar General this week. She sure loves the Dollar General, that is for sure.
I think that's probably the only store that they have in Cutoff, I'm sure. I mean, that's kind of how it is around here. It's like, yeah, you're lucky if you got a Dollar General. But, another thing is, and I really wanted to see the chats. I hate that we got kicked off TikTok because we've been like working so hard to get everything ready for this derby party tomorrow. And I feel like now I just feel like, it's all falling apart. And I wanted to do, we were going to do best hat contest. So everybody could send in their pictures on their hats, and then do a giveaway for, anyone who got the win, place, or show, whichever horse they picked that won. So yeah, we had a lot of stuff planned, and now I'm not sure how it's all going to go down because of this 24-hour TikTok ban now. And, I don't know how many people, I can't see the chat. I'm afraid to hit the chat button because it kicked me out of StreamYard twice doing that. But I mean, is everyone still interested in doing the Derby live stream tomorrow, and doing the hat contest and doing the horse picking contest? I mean, is anybody still interested in doing that?
I mean, some people are, but I don't even know if I am, to be honest with you.
Tonight's just kind of pissed you off.
It pissed me off. It really pissed me off. And it didn't piss me off that it's like going to send me into fits, or I'm going to have a fit or anything. But I mean, or I'm going to lose my shit or anything like that, and, go back to being crazy fancy who is unhinged. No. Okay. No. But it's pissed me off. And now I can't do it on TikTok, which was the whole point of it. And so I don't know. I don't know. Unless I just pony up the $20 to go on the GWN, but we don't have any followers on the GWN. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, yeah, it's like 1,000 followers is only $20. But, you know, maybe we can just like after we get off this live, we can take some time to like regroup and kind of get our thoughts together, because I feel like this is like thrown us off. And
well, I've been off with the Derby the whole week. I've not been able to check and see anything that you've sent me, nothing, because we've been so busy. It just so happened to be during the worst time of, you know, of what we're trying to do, you know.
Right, I get that. You know, because we had such great intentions.
Always.
We really wanted to have a really fun live virtual Derby, because I mean, my life revolves around the Derby, guys. I mean, I am a huge racehorse enthusiast, so this is like a really big deal for me. And you know, we had originally, you know, we were trying to get media passes so we could go to the Derby and interview people, and you know, have a great time and bring you guys along with us. And then we said, you know, worst case scenario is that we just do a live virtual live Derby party from home, which is still, you know, not a bad idea. And people can send in their pictures with their hats and stuff. We could still do a hat contest and, you know, do some giveaways or whatever, like we had talked about doing. But I'm hoping that when we get off here, you can get a hold of the agency and get that 24-hour ban lifted.
I'll see if I can do that. If I can, we'll do it. I mean, we'll still do something, okay? I'm not going to just totally scrap it. That's not fair to you. But it's just I've not been able to really focus on it because I've really been pushing to get this book done, because we already had to push the book back once, you know.
Right.
So that's all I've been focused on this whole week, you know.
Right, but I've been doing all these promotions in the.
I know. So let's we'll buckle down and try to figure it out. Tomorrow morning we'll sit down and we'll hit the live button and we'll go. I don't know. You know, I'm not passionate about it. I'm not passionate about the Derby at all. I personally don't have anything to do with the Derby. I've never been to the Derby, even though I live here. My father-in-law's father, so my grandfather-in-law, I guess, was a horse trainer during the Secretariat times, and he was a big deal, Mince Johns. But I mean, I've never gotten into the Derby ever. So, you know, let's just figure out what we want to do, and
we are not gonna let Gypsy Rose ruin our Derby. Damn it!
Yeah, no. So let's figure it out, and then we'll go from there, guys. If you want to order the book, go check it out. You know, and
you've been working on a lot of great new merch today.
I just got lots of brand. We can't postpone it, Bree. It's tomorrow.
The Kentucky Derby is the first Saturday in May. It's the greatest 2 minutes in sports, guys, right. And it's incredible.
Yeah, so we've got brand new merch out on thegoodwivesnetwork.com. I've been putting new stuff into the Patreon, and we are working on subscription services and more things for you guys coming down the pipeline. The book is called The Companion to the number 2, The Good Wife's Guide to True Crime. And so, you know, that's just our first book in our Gypsy series. We will have, I'm hoping to have, by the time we're done with this, it should be 3 books. We're hoping to do, this first book was just the transcripts and the updates. Then we're going to do It's All a Distraction, our 7-year journey of investigating the life, the crimes, and the murder of D.D. Blanchard. And then we're actually going to do a Nicholas Godejohn book as well called
Speaking of that, we need to go over the paperwork, the motion that was filed. I just came across it today. The actual paperwork, that the motion that was filed, each page to the the Supreme Court there. So we need to take a look at that.
Is this beyond the first one that I had, the 4 pages I originally had?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then we'll talk about that tomorrow too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, have a good one from the Good Wives, serving up true crime one dish at a time. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for sticking it out here with us. And like I said, I've been promoting everything, and I'll be back to promote the Derby, and we'll decide what we're gonna do with that. But thank you guys so much for all your support, and especially tonight. It was difficult. It was emotional. And
it was a crazy night.
You guys were like so awesome. Thank you guys for all the kind comments.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.